All right, so what we're going to be doing is solving some equations that has variables on both sides. All right, these are still linear equations. All you do is you want to move all of your linear terms, like the ones with x's, all to one side of the equation, and your constant terms to the other side of the equation. So like I'm going to shuffle my linear term here over to the left side, right? Just by minusing 6x from both sides, all right? 6x minus 6x cancels that out. So I got to subtract 6x from that side. And at the same time, I don't have a red, but I got whatever this is. At the same time, I'm going to move this constant term over to the right-hand side. Okay, so it's a negative 4 here. I'm going to add 4 to both sides to move it over. Okay. All right, the 6x's cancel with each other. The 4's cancel with each other. And so what you're left with is 4x equals, don't lose where your equal sign is, and then 12 plus 4 is 16. Cool. All right, 4x equals 16, divide by 4, and you got your answer. X equals 16 divided by 4, 4. That's it. All right, that'd be your answer. All right. Now, again, if you wanted to, you could plug 4 back in for x on the original equation and make sure that the equation balances. So if you pretend that x is equal to 4, it would be 10 times 4, which is 40. Here, I'll just work it out like this. 10 times 4, which is 40, and then 40 minus 4. 40 minus 4. You get a 36 on the left side. And then you do it on the right-hand side too. 6 times 4 is 24. And then 24 plus 12. That is also equal to 36. And that's what we were shooting for. Okay. All right, we'll do a couple more here. So I'm going to move my variable terms to one side. I almost always move my variables to the left-hand side. I just feel more comfortable that way. And my constant term here, I'm going to move it to the right-hand side. So I'm going to subtract subtract 8. And then we'll simplify it. Okay. So the 7x's cancel, the 8's cancel. And so you're left with negative 1x minus 7x. It's negative 8. And then negative 40 minus 8 is negative 48. Okay. And then you divide by this negative 8 and you got your answer. Cool. It'd be x equals, it's a positive 6. Yeah, 48 divided by 8. Cool. All right, this one don't have much room. Instead of moving it over to the left, this time I'm going to move my x's over to the right-hand side. Okay, I'm going to subtract 13x from both sides to move my x's to the right-hand side. And then I'm going to move my constant term over to the other side. So I'm going to add 7 to both sides. Okay, so again, those are going to cancel. The 7's will cancel. So on the left-hand side, you get negative 3. That's negative 10 plus 7. Negative 3. And 16 minus 13x is going to be 3x. So x will equal negative 1. Yeah, you just divide by that 3 there. And negative 3 divided by 3 is that. Cool. All right. This last one here is just a little funky looking because of the fraction. I just want to make sure you guys know how to handle the ones with fractions. All we do is we start off by clearing the denominator. So whatever the denominator is here, I'm just going to multiply the entire equation by that number. Okay, so I'm just going to multiply by 5, and it's going to cancel out that denominator. That's the goal here. So you multiply each one of these by 5. So in the first term, 5 and the 5 just cancel, and so you're left with 3x. Okay, and that's because you're multiplying by 5 and dividing by 5, so they just undo each other. All right, 5 times 2 is going to give you a 10. That'll turn that to a 5x. And then 5 times negative 8 is negative 40. Okay, again, I'm actually going to move my x's to the right-hand side. So subtract 3x. And I'm going to move my 40 to the left-hand side. Okay, my constant terms to the other side. So plus 40, plus 40. Okay, so here, 3x's will cancel, the 40's will cancel. Leaves me with 50 equals 2x. Divide by 2, and you got your answer. Divide by 2. 25. Cool. And that is it. All right, that will hopefully get you started. We're going to cover more of these types of equations later. Awesome.